Hey gardening friends, welcome to my garden. It's a chilly day out in southeast Pennsylvania, just outside of Philadelphia, and I thought I'd come out to the garden and plant up a few things and also label the plants in my garden. I'm probably a little overdressed, but it is a little chilly, a little windy, so let me show you what I'm going to get into the garden area. I have this area on the east side of the bed. This is an old rose bush, a red rose bush that was here. And all of these little plants that you see here, this is Sweet Alyssum. I believe it's Oriental Nights. It's a seed that I started from seeds that I bought from Botanical Interest probably like 3 or 4 years ago. And it readily reseeds itself all through the garden. Let me get my shadow out of the way. So I will eventually be digging these out, but what I would like to plant here underneath the rose bush are some annual salvias that I started from seed. So let's go look at those plants. This is my little stash of plants that I've hardened off so far. I have more plants indoors, so I'm just hardening them off in small groups. These are hardy geraniums. Got to figure out where I'm going to put these in the ground. I did notice that while they're inside, they started to lose their variegation. But now that they're back outside, it seems like the variegation is coming back. I haven't put these out in the sun yet. Maybe today will be the first day. And then I have delphiniums, I have some coleus. There's some dichondra silver falls. But this is what I'm really looking to get into the garden. These are annual salvias. And I start these every year. It's a variety called Blue Victory. And I have probably about 10 plants here. So I'm going to plant these around the rose bush. And I think that'll be a nice contrast with the red rose bush itself. And I'm hearing that roses and salvia grow well together. So I've never planted salvias there, so this will be the first year, so we'll see how that goes. I'm going to leave all of the Sweet Alyssum here for now. I'll come back. But any Sweet Alyssum that's back here, I'm just going to kind of remove all of that. But I'm going to pop in, I don't know how many plants here, and then I'll just be adding a little bit of plant tone because this is what I have. Normally I would use Biotone starter fertilizer, but I don't have any, so we're using the plant tone. These get about 20 inches tall and maybe about 10 inches wide, if I remember correctly. I think 5 will be enough for this area. go. I think I'm going to add one more right here just to fill this space out. That took all of about 10 minutes just to plant that up. I'll water these in and then you should be good to go. The other project that I want to tackle today is back here against the fence. So again, this is an area that I'm really not sure what I'm going to do with it, but I have this really large fence that's 8 feet tall. And it's that tall because there's a commercial space behind this wall, and this serves as a little bit of a privacy screen. But I want to soften it because it looks a little bit like a prison or a stockade. And I have some long-term ideas of what I may do. I may put a trellis up, a piece of artwork, metal artwork, and then run a vine, have a pretty vine or rose growing along the trellis, but not there yet. So temporarily I wanted to add this hedge of mahogany splendor, and I've grown these before on the other side of the property, and these little plants, they're annuals, but they can get up to 6 feet tall, believe it or not. I don't know if they're going to do that here. I'm not quite sure if they're going to get enough sun. This area doesn't get the same amount of sun as the east side, but I'm going to give it a go and see how they do. So far I've planted, what, 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually 6 plants. And now I'm going to plant 3 more. One there, one there, and one there. So I'll try to plant these 2 first. And then this is just a little stand of weeds, but I also have some daffodils in here, which is why I've allowed it to just grow. But I think I'm going to have to cut these back to at least some degree, at least pull some of the grassy weeds out, and then I'll plant the mahogany splendor right in the center. Nothing has ever grown back here except for trees. I will be adding a little bit of mushroom compost to help with the soil structure, and then I'll fertilize everything with a little bit of the plant tone. There is cardboard underneath the mulch, and this is why you should always remove the tape, which I didn't do there. I'll just remove all of the mulch. I'll just remove all of the mulch so I can get down to the soil. And I'll break that up a bit and then add a little bit of the mushroom compost. Here we go, they're all watered in. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All planted and watered in. And I'm not concerned about them being in a straight line. They'll get so big you won't be able to tell if they're in a straight line or not. We'll see how these do. I'm not sure if they're going to get enough sun back here, but we'll give it a go. The next project I'd like to do for today is to add labels to the garden. Quite often I forget the name of the plant, and these plant labels really help me remember. I bought these off of Amazon. They come in black, gold, and silver, and they have a little marker for you to write the name of your plant on each label. I've been using these for about 2 years, and they really have held up through the weather, so pretty happy with that. And you can reuse them. Just take a little bit of alcohol and you can wipe the name off, and you can reuse them. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Happy gardening.